Alright guys, and as you can see, we're just taking a little bit of time and we're classifying out the larger material from the fines that we're actually trying to run through our mini sluice. I feel like at this point, I'm dialed on the sluice setup. I like the water setup, I like the angle, I like the recovery that I'm starting to see in the pans. It's all kind of working out as far as the sluice is concerned. I think the number one thing, the most tedious thing as far as any mine site is concerned, is actually classifying your material so that it's ready to run through your sluice. And that's pretty much the step that we're at now. Check this footage out, guys. Alright guys, that's literally my favorite part of gold mining besides the actually being cashed out by that which you find, right? I love feeding the sluice on multiple levels. It makes me very happy to see the water, see the actual pay dirt go down the sluice itself and be cleared by the flow that you've set up for it. It's just a very gratifying thing to see happen. If you're out there and you're watching this video, you probably agree with me. Anything you do long enough, you're gonna get good at, and I think the same thing's gonna apply to this mini sluice, guys. To be perfectly honest though, based on the action that I've already seen in the sluice itself, I almost feel like if I was slow with the feed rate, I could totally run the larger unclassified pay dirt that I have just straight out of that colander, the 1/8 inch stuff. I feel like the water is sufficient, the angle is sufficient, and the mat's doing a decent job of catching that which I'm seeing. So I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do is on this next one, I'm just gonna see how it feeds and see if it clears and runs right for us. How's it looking? Dude, it's totally clearing. I'm totally happy with this. This is 100% okay to run through this little mini sluice. I feel like this classification of material is going to be just fine. And as long as I don't overfeed it, it should work well. I think that's really going to be the key, is just not getting ambitious on the feed rate. I also think it's super cool that we have a tailings bin down there at the bottom. That tailings bin is going to allow us to hopefully, you know, go through anything we might have had questions about as far as getting full recovery on. At this point though, I'm very happy with the way it's running, the way it's starting to cycle things, you know, out of the natural eddies that are being created here. This is a pretty good setup. Just really good action off of this sluice. I mean, just look at how well the small gravels just clear out of the riffles. This thing is working well. I'm not packing the riffles up too bad, not blowing them out. I think we're really zeroing in on optimal here, guys, at least for what we have to work with. Alright guys, it's actually kind of ridiculous, but I'm having all of the problems of a large scale mine on a small scale setup. Check out what I mean. I have been feeding my sluice so consistently over the last hour that now my tailings pond looks all shitty. It's crazy. The exact problems that most people deal with, like I said, on large scale mines, is showing its head in the smaller scale setup here. A lot of that's just like silt that exists naturally in the gravels themselves from where I got this pay dirt. But man, it's crazy. Hopefully you guys could really see how nice these ripples and that look too. I mean, we're not loading them up. This is really going to be good for recovering any gold that's actually available for us to recover. Alright, so this is definitely turning into an actual real-life episode of Gold Rush. I get almost to the end of running the pay gravels that I have classified and ready to go through my sluice. I've already kind of mentioned that my water's getting a little bit dirty, and the pump quits on me. That's right. Got this beautiful looking sluice box looking like it's packed with those black sands. I have no pump. I'm literally feeling the pain of every single miner who has ever gone on that show and complained about their pump taking the shit on them. I'm gonna mess with this a little bit and see if I can get it going, but this might be a good time to go ahead and pull the mats and see exactly what our take was for the last couple hours. That's crazy. It's pulling wattage, but it's not giving me the pump. I'm gonna try to plug it into the household outlet real quick. Still nothing. Alright, so this is definitely mega disappointing. I feel like I finally hit my stride, and lo and behold, this thing is confirmed KIA. I think I'm realistically at that super shitty spot in the road where I need to yet again purchase equipment just to stay in the game. Alright guys, we do have a bucket filling right now, so we can go ahead and pan out what we have. I am at the point of going ahead and removing the pump now. It's been a few hours. I stepped away from my problem, cleared my head, and I'm ready to go ahead and accept the damage at this point. We've killed that pump, and this box is ready to go ahead and be cleaned out. Let's get at it. Now when I'm doing the final pan like this, I really like to use these smaller riffles, especially based on the fact that I've got smaller media in the pan. I think it's just more effective. I mean, you guys might have differing opinions and you can throw it in the comments, but for me personally, I definitely do like using the smaller riffles on this final step. This is pretty textbook. If you guys are interested in learning this, you're definitely going to want to pay attention at this point. I'm keeping my pan tilted forward about a 15-degree angle. I've got the pay dirt always 100% pointed towards riffles. There's never a time when this dirt is going to be facing a smooth section it can escape on. And I'm just shaking, classifying, pour, pull. And what that's doing is it's eliminating the more lightweight items in here. The more fine items are going to go ahead and get to the bottom of the pan. Your heavies, your black sands, your gold. People ask me, how do I know all this? Why are you telling us this? Is this something you made up? Nope, took class. Really starting to get down to that point where we've got almost all black sands, and most of our fines that are not metallics are almost gone at this point. You're never going to get rid of all those non-metallic fines, but you get pretty close, and this is looking like it. You can kind of see the color change, that darker, more iron filing type look. When it gets to this point, I'll kind of give it that patented miner swirl real quick. Spread it out, not really looking for the gold just yet, although I can't miss that. It's in there, dude. This is going to be a good pan. I'm going to get the magnet piece and pull this iron out, and then we're going to go ahead and see what we got. But I'm excited. Alright, this has me excited. Go ahead and take our magnet tool here. You can just hear it clump up right away. That's all black sands. That's how far down we were able to classify this. And we just put it in the water, release it. Now I'm not on the dirt directly. These magnets are powerful enough to where they're picking it up and I don't even have to touch it. Alright, I think we pretty much got all of it. Let's keep panning. Some good color in this pan, dude. I do not like the glare, but I do like that gold. I'm gonna move you off this side. Hold on. Here we go. Let's go. sick. Absolutely sick. People are probably gonna ask, why didn't you pick that up? It's because it's easier to pick it up once it's at that point where there's almost nothing in the pan, and I'm in no way afraid of losing that piece. It's super, super, super heavier than everything in here. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can reveal our color. Big reveal here. I'm trying to do this through a camera, so it might not come out as perfect as I do intend and hope to show you guys. But this is called the minor swirl, and you just get the water going in a good little whirlpool, and that whirlpool starts to wash away all the light shit. Good, man. I know to some of you guys it's not really going to look like much, but to me that's a very large victory. We got a couple of nice pieces. This piece right here, pretty good. That piece over there, also pretty good. Couple of colors, not that much effort involved in running for just, you know, hour, maybe 2 hours. And that's maximum before that pump took a shit. Now people are gonna probably ask, what's the best way to go ahead and get that bright shiny piece of gold out of the pan? You just take a nice, perfectly dry fingertip on wet gold, and it sucks it up like a magnet. It's now on my finger. At this point, you just take your nice, full, clean jar of water, and you just take your awesome, tiny little piece of gold, and you put it right on top of the water, boom. Immediately falls down into the jar. Off my finger. It's absolutely 100%, no two ways about it, real gold. Now people might go ahead and look at what we gained today as far as our sluice box is concerned, and consider this to be a pretty good take as far as what we put into it effort-wise versus what we actually ended up getting out of it gold-wise. But do keep this in mind. Just like so many miners before me, even if I had garnered an entire ounce out of what we put into that sluice box today, I would still be behind on my bills. And I think that's how it is for a lot of miners. They do this not because they're trying to get wealthy, but because they're just trying to get out of the hole. I know that's the case that I'm personally in at this point, and I wouldn't be doing this if I had just loads of money to spare, or loads of money to even throw at this. Believe me, it hurts me to go ahead and try and purchase this pump. However, I am very grateful on what we were able to go ahead and accomplish based on the fact, like I said, this isn't me trying to get rich here. This is basically just trying to supplement my own cost of living in the grand dictatorship of Gavin Newsom's California. Alright guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe for more with that notifications button so that you can stay current on the channel, as well as when new videos come out. If you really like this video, make sure you share it so somebody else can see it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.